Thank you so much for joining me today and supporting me during this great time in my life. I spent a year and a half creating, testing, and photographing Aguas Frescas and paletas during quarantine in my home. I decided to pour my heart and soul into this book because I saw a lack of fun cookbooks in the community that focus on Aguas Frescas. I wanted this cookbook to be something that brings families together and spark meaningful conversations, something we do a lot in the Hispanic community while we cook. I also wanted this book to be very colorful, easy to read, and the perfect gift for just about everyone.
Hi, my name is Erica Sanchez and I'm a recipe developer, food stylist, and author of a new cookbook called Aguas Frescas y Paletas. I decided to write this book in order to highlight the Mexican paletas and aguas frescas that I grew up with. The book has traditional recipes and recipes that have influenced my life living in California. Today we are starting out with a strawberry orange beet cooler, an agua de fresa, naranja y betabel, which is on page 52. So first let's get the beet ready. Let's boil the beet for approximately 1 hour or until you can pierce a fork through it over medium heat. Beets are high in fiber and are a natural sweetener. They are also an antioxidant. The beet flavor is very mild because you'll taste the familiar taste of the oranges and the strawberries. This is a perfect drink to introduce beets to people to, and it also kids will love it. So while the beet cooks, we are going to hull and chop our strawberries. You will need 2 cups of chopped strawberries for this recipe. And I like to use a metal straw to remove the tops, as much as you can.
The recipes in this book include fruits and vegetables readily available at Melissa's Produce or at your nearest Latin markets. I wanted to include recipes for every season.
About 1.5 cups of orange juice. So that's about 5 oranges. And I'm going to use my juicer to juice these guys. So now our beet has cooled and I am going to peel it with the paring knife. I am using a napkin just to hold it because beets are very red and they can stain your clothes and your fingers. So I am just holding it like this and just peeling the top skin, and you'll get this really pretty magenta color, magenta and ruby red sometimes. So once the beet has been peeled, go ahead and chop it into big pieces, because we're going to blend it with the strawberries. Make sure you wear an apron too. After all the beet is in the blender and the strawberries are in there, you're going to add 1 cup water. Okay, so now we're going to pour it in the pitcher, but we need to strain it first. Use a spoon to help the liquid go through faster. So now that we have our strained beets and strawberries in our pitcher, we are going to add orange juice, sugar, 2/3 cup sugar. You can use granulated or your sweetener of preference. Stir this up. And the 5 cups of remaining water. Make sure the sugar dissolves completely. Okay, so now we get to drink it. Make sure you serve over ice. It's sweet, it's refreshing. You can taste the strawberry and the orange juice, and you can taste a little hint of beet in here, but it's not overpowering. And it's so refreshing, especially in a hot day during the summer. I hope you get to make this.
And I began cataloging family recipes in my blog, Nibbles and Feasts, over 10 years ago. My blog journey has led me to many culinary and travel adventures. I've met lifelong friends and have met many clients and brands that have placed their trust in me when it comes to knowledge and habits of the Hispanic demographic. I left my marketing job in 2012 and never looked back.
Now let's move on to paletas. We are going to make mango and chamoy pops. Paletas de mango y chamoy. If you don't know what chamoy is, it's a sauce made out of plum and tamarind, and it's sweet and sour, so it's a really good complement to the sweet mango. And we're going to top those off as well with chili lime salt. So let's get started. If you're using the larger mangoes, you can use 3 of these because they're so meaty. If you're using the Ataulfo mangoes, which are these yellow kind, you would use about 5. You would need 2 cups of the mango flesh.
Let's talk about sweeteners. Mexican coolers and frozen treats contain lots of sugar. mainly granulated and pure cane. I've decreased the sugar content significantly in each recipe. If you prefer to use a different sweetener such as honey, agave syrup, dark brown sugar, coconut sugar, piloncillo or condensed milk for the creamy recipes, please do. Just remember to taste test before serving or freezing.
So now that we have our mango pulp ready, set 2/3 cup to the side because we're going to be adding that later. But place the rest of the mango in the blender. Half cup sugar. About 2 tablespoons of lime juice. 1 or 2 limes. And a 1/4 cup water. Blend that until it's smooth.
Many of the recipes touch on family anecdotes while growing up between Mexico and Texas. In particular, those cherished summers I spent at my grandmother's convenience store. She taught me so much in the kitchen. I hope this book captures some of the nostalgic essence I try to convey as a young immigrant.
So now that we have our mango smoothie here, just set it to the side for a little bit, and we are going to work with the rest of the mango cubes that we set apart. Put them in a bowl. And add about 2 tablespoons of the chamoy sauce. You can find this at your favorite Latin store in the sauce section. There's a lot of brands. Maybe like a tablespoon of chili lime salt. Stir this. So now we are going to add our mixture to the mold. Maybe like a teaspoon or 2 at the bottom. You're going to layer this with the other mango mixture. So make sure you have enough. If not, cut up some more and add more chamoy to it. But this is just really mouth-watering, and I can feel my mouth-watering. We do a mix layer of the regular mango. And we just mixed. Don't fill it all the way to the top. Give it some room, because you're going to add another layer of chamoy.
Today, I am using a plastic 10-count mold for this recipe. This was my trusty paleta mold while I developed this book. It has a cover and grommets to insert wooden sticks. I also used 3-ounce disposable paper cups, the kind of cups your dentist has. I simply covered each one with aluminum foil and inserted a wooden stick before freezing. Wooden sticks can be found in craft stores or online.
Make sure you stick your spoon, or you could also use a skewer just to give it some swirls. Put the lid on and the sticks, and then they'll be ready for the freezer. These will be ready in about 4 hours to overnight. So after 4 hours, we are ready to unmold. You simply remove the top lid if you're using this type of mold, and then just pull hard. You know, if they'll eventually pull out. Like this one looks ready, and here we go. Mango chamoy paleta. Perfect for summer. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Melissa's Produce, for providing all the beautiful produce for this presentation. And please don't forget to look for Aguas Frescas y Paletas anywhere books are sold. Thank you.